fryer with 30-quart pot on sale for just $39.99 with Ace Rewards card. Get a DeWalt Black Oxide 20-piece drill bit for only $9.99 with Ace Rewards card. Don't forget, Harris Ace carries top brands such as Traeger grills, Yeti coolers, and Costa de Mar sunglasses. Harris Ace Hardware, West Cherry Street, here in Jesup.
Time now for a look at the latest in local sports. In sports, the first round of the state playoffs begins this Friday night at JC Stadium. Jackets will host the 4th seed from Region 1, which is Thomas County Central. Game time 7:30. We'll have more on the matchup later in the week, and we'll look at the state bracket this week as well. But we start this past Friday was senior night with the win over Statesboro to close out the regular season. Just one loss on the schedule. The region championship, the first round state playoff game at home. Jackets disposed of Statesboro 44-16 as both the offense and defense played well. Head to Friday's highlights. Wayne County scores first, 9:09 left in the first quarter. Quarterback Garrett Overholt to wide out Ashby Cribb from 30 yards out.
Rolls left again. Looks downfield. Throws right. Got a man that is caught at the 5 by Ashby Cribb. Ashby breaks the tackle and takes it in for the touchdown for a 30-yard strike. Garrett Overholt to Ashby Cribb from 30 yards out. 9:09 first quarter. Wayne County 6, Statesboro 0. What a nice catch and a run by Ashby.
PAT is good by Austin Cruz. Wayne County up 7-zip. Statesboro comes right back to Pac Lanier from 57 yards out to tie at 7-7. But Wayne County takes the lead on this 11-yard touchdown pass to wide open M.J. Fuller.
Overholt looks, has time, goes back, and has his man complete, and he's going to take it in. M.J. Fuller for the touchdown.
That's a great play call, Bob. Garrett Overholt rolls a little bit to his left.
Statesboro ties the score on Lanier's second touchdown of the game from 4 yards out, but after that it's a 30 unanswered point night for Wayne County beginning in the second quarter with this 2-yard run by M.J. Fuller.
All on the run here on this final few yards. M.J. in. Did he get in? Spins in. Touchdown, M.J. Fuller.
Hard running, Bob. Hard running by M.J. Fuller.
Later in the second quarter, Jackets had this 29-yard field goal to make it a 24-14 lead.
Ashby Cribb to hold. Snap is down. The kick is up. The kick is high enough. The kick is good.
Well done.
Wayne County 24, Statesboro 14.
29-yard field goal by Austin Cruz makes it 24-14 in the second half. All Wayne County. Garrett Overholt to Shamar Taylor from 5 yards out to make it 31-14.
Shamar Taylor with a touchdown pass. Wayne 30, 14 for Statesboro.
PAT good, 31-14. Later in the third quarter, Garrett Overholt again to Shamar Taylor, this one from 32 yards out.
Touchdown, Wayne County. Is that Taylor?
Yes,
it
Taylor.
is. Shamar Taylor for his second touchdown reception tonight. Welcome to the offense as a receiver, Shamar Taylor. Wayne County 37, Ware County 14, a 32-yard strike.
Wayne misses the PAT. It remains 37-14, but one final score. Victor Andrews from 4 yards out to make the final score. Wayne County 44, Statesboro 14.
Victor Andrews in the end zone for a touchdown. Victor Andrews from 4 yards out. And Wayne County builds the lead to 43-14.
And again, Wayne County wins at 44, Statesboro 14. After the game, we talked with head coach Ken Cribb about the win.
These kids love each other. And we got 21 seniors, but I'm telling you, JV didn't lose a ball game. Freshman team had a great season. Arthur Williams was loaded. Got some talented kids on Martha Bucket going to be coming up. The future looks great. Great staff, great community support, administration. I mean, it's just a big family, and everybody loves each other. I mean, it's incredible. It really is a lot of fun. We were flat, came out tonight flat. Told them in warm up, man, they were quiet as mouse. I mean, they're looking. I mean, I know they're tired. Been going a long time, and nothing was on the line other than just playing for the love of the game. And but I'm glad we got a little cranked up, got a little excited, and got going. Had some good plays tonight.
Now that the regular season's in the book, we can look forward to next week. We have the region title, just received the trophy on the field. Kids are excited about that. Have the number 1 seed. Know who our opponent is. It's a familiar opponent. We saw them earlier in the year, Thomas County Central. They lost to Harris County. They're the 4 seed coming in. So I guess you have all the film you need on them, but your thoughts on that first-round matchup and how far you think your team can go in this bracket.
Well, I got to be careful what I say here because I don't want nothing to come back on you be used against me.
No bulletin board material. I know you take it one game at a time, but I'm sure you've looked at who's going to be where and what the matchups are like.
Well, things got to happen. You got to stay healthy. You got to get David Van healthy. 2, you got to be lucky. 3, you got to be good. I can't do much about the luck, but hopefully we'll get be healthy, and we got a good team. I mean, I'm proud of them. They play hard, so I think we got a shot. I mean, I'll be honest with you. I've said the whole time, I think we can play with anybody in the state.
The great thing about that bracket and state playoff action, you don't have to be the best team. You just have to be the best team that night.
That's right.
And sometimes you'll see upsets all throughout that bracket, so you really don't know who's going to be, you really can't project it. As you mentioned, you got to take it one game at a time, be prepared for this Thomas County Central team Friday night, and then go from there. But that's the great thing about that playoff bracket. It's one and done, and if you survive, you move on. But having the number 1 seed is have him out there as a receiver. We did that years ago.
He's more athletic than people realize. He has great hands. He has great balance, great feel. When he's at quarterback, he's also a runner and a passer, and he's got great vision. As a slot receiver, I mean, he could play wide receiver, slot receiver, running back, quarterback. He's just a great athlete, and he's young, 10th grader. So he's going to grow. He's got a big frame. He's a big boy, but he's going to end up being a really good-sized high school player. He's going to be a prospect. So, there's a lot of potential there for him. We've got some great young ones, Cooper Martin Jr., Nashville Jr., and Vic Jr., Shamara Jr. I mean, that's
MJ Jr.
MJ Jr. Oh, yeah.
Don't forget about MJ.
No, he was mad when he came out tonight. He's like, oh, man. I was like, dude.
And again, those comments after the game of Coach Ken Cribb. Wayne County Region champions host Thomas County Central Friday night with a win, guaranteed a second home game. They play the winner of the Jones County Griffin matchup. It'd be fun to see Griffin have to come to Wayne County in week 2, but most believe it'll be Jones County. Other region teams in their matchups, Ware County, the number 2 seed, they'll host this weekend the number 3 seed from Region 1, Harris County. New Hampstead's our 3 seed. They try to play Region 1 seed 2, Bainbridge, and our 4 seed, South Effingham, tries to play their number 1 seed out of Region 1, Warner Robins. We'll look at the entire bracket on Tuesday Sportscast, but make plans to be at JC Stadium this Friday night. Wayne County, Thomas County Central, 7:30. More on the matchup all this week here on Local Sports. Some other high school scores from Friday: Tattnall County 56, Appling County 22, Glen Academy beat Bradwell 45-14, Lee County 23, Coffee 7, Liberty over Pierce 41-14, Brantley over Long 34-8, Effingham over Richmond Hill 40-26, Valdosta 35, Houston County 7, Ware County beat New Hampstead 33-14. Several area teams in round 1 of the state playoffs. We'll look at those teams tomorrow here on Local Sports. Wayne County cross-country teams, region champions in both women and men's competition. They competed in the state meet up in Carrollton on Friday. Wayne County boys placed 27th out of 32 teams, while the girls finished 24th out of 30 teams, and the boys raced individual times and places for Wayne. Juan Flores finished 87th overall with a time of 18:51. Finn Ogden 111th with a time of 19:03, and Ashton Howard 113th with a time of 19:06. In the girls' competition, Andia Herman 85th with a time of 23:31. Kaylee Rick 93rd with a time of 23:37. McIntosh won the boys and girls state race in 5A. In the region in boys competition, South Effingham placed 19th at state, while the girls of South Effingham placed 20th. Ware County placed 29th in the boys race, 28th in the girls race. Statesboro boys placed 31st in the boys race out of 32 and 30th in the girls race. Speaking of races, this past weekend, the Savannah Marathon and Half Marathon took place, and our congratulations to Wayne County graduate Laura Peel Roberts. Now resides on St. Simon. She finished first place in the female division. The full marathon race, 26.2 miles. 15,000 runners from all 50 states and 15 countries participated at the event in Savannah on Saturday. And again, Laura Peel Roberts finishes in first place in the female division in the full marathon race. Our congratulations to her. College football Saturday, Georgia Southern still winless. They lose to Georgia State 21-17. Tech loses this Saturday to Virginia 40-36. Georgia wins in Athens over South Carolina, remains unbeaten. Score Saturday in Athens 24-10. Georgia and Auburn Saturday at 3:30 for the third week in a row. Georgia, the CBS nationally televised game. Georgia on the Plains at Auburn Saturday at 3:30. Auburn this past Saturday beat up on Texas A&M 42-27. Other scores: Missouri over Florida 45-16. Michigan State over Penn State 27-24. Florida State wins. They beat Syracuse 27-24. Notre Dame over Wake Forest 48-37. Clemson dines NC State 38-31. Iowa pounds Ohio State 55-24. Oklahoma State 62-52 in favor of Oklahoma. Ole Miss over Kentucky 37-34. That loss by Kentucky clinches the SEC East for Georgia. Georgia in Atlanta December 2nd against Alabama. Alabama over LSU Saturday 24-10. TCU over Texas 24-7. Miami remains unbeaten. They defeated Virginia Tech 28-10. Big game this Saturday night. Miami hosting Notre Dame down in Miami. AP poll is out. It's Alabama 1, Georgia 2, Notre Dame 3, Clemson 4, Oklahoma 5. Football championship poll comes out tomorrow night. The question is, will Georgia remain at number 1 in the football championship poll? NFL football Sunday, a tough day for the Falcons. They lost to Carolina to the Panthers. The final score 20-17. Jaguars at home, a big win over the Bengals 23-7. First home win at Everbank Field this year for the Jacksonville Jaguars. In that game, an altercation between Bengals wideout A.J. Green and Jaguar defensive back Jalen Ramsey. Both players ejected. A.J. Green looking at a possible suspension from the NFL. After the game, we talked with Malik Jackson of the Jaguars defense, who's a free agent, came over from the Denver Broncos on that Super Bowl championship team. He had this take on the fight Sunday on the field.
You've been around a long time. What's your thoughts on that Jalen Ramsey, A.J. Green thing? You ever seen anything like that?
No, I mean, I've been around some things like that, but I've seen it before, but I just watched it on tape. I think 18 acted totally unprofessional. I don't think 20 did anything wrong except playing hard-nosed defense, locking people down. Hopefully the NFL watches it and serves 20 an apology for kicking them out, and hopefully we just move on.
So you didn't think you should have been kicked out?
No, I don't think you should be kicked out, but I understand the refs have a hard deal, but I need more.
You think Jalen just got in his head? What?
I think Jalen was locking him down. I think he left the game with only one catch, 6 yards, something like that. So, and that's in the second quarter. And he's their number one receiver. So he just locked him down. He was agitating him, and he lost his cool. And it's unfortunate because it would have been cool to see those two go at it for the whole game.
So as one of the defensive leaders, what do you do when you lose a guy like Jalen Ramsey? Next man up?
Look at Myrick in the face and tell him go out there and hold it down. So I think that's all you can do. We can't sit here and dwell about it. You can't sit here and cry about it. We can't sit here and be scared like, oh my God, we lost Jalen. Nah, it doesn't matter. Myrick, go out there, hold that man down, and be who you want to be. And that's what he did.
Well, this team's in good shape now. You've been on some winning teams. Your thoughts on this team? This defense is getting a lot of publicity. You add a player. I mean, your thoughts on this defense overall?
Consistent, hard-nosed, physical, relentless. We should be Pro Bowlers, all 11 of us plus. It's one of those things that we've built a hell of a team. Mr. Coach Coughlin and Mr. Caldwell doing a great job up there, bringing guys in here. And I think a lot of guys around here are uncomfortably comfortable, and I think that's the way they want to make it. Everybody understands that. I know I'm gonna be a starter and a big part of this defense, but guys like Marcel, you better make sure you keep doing your work, or something might happen. So it's one of those things that they're doing a good job having friendly competition and allowing us to get better without, just allowing us to get better.
Thanks.
And again, those comments from Malik Jackson. Jaguars are tied for first place in the division with Tennessee. The Titans beat the Ravens Sunday 23-20. Other NFL scores: Colts over the Texans 20-14. Saints over the Buccaneers 30-10. Rams over the Giants 51-17. Eagles down Denver 51-23. Cardinals beat the Niners 20-10. Redskins over Seattle 17-14. Dallas Cowboys over the Kansas City Chiefs 28-17. Last night it was the Raiders 27, the Dolphins 24. Tonight's Detroit and Green Bay. That's going to do it for the latest in local sports. Sports brought to you each and every day.